do be the husband in the house. Is that right? And you are surrendered to that. Is that right? That's all. You let him now have manifest that word that he is the one that he ahead. And then if he's here ahead and is a Christian, it is as Christ, yes, through him being your head. That's all. This is the sense now. But you are now in the house, he doesn't know what you are doing, nothing at all. What kind of wife are you then? He's supposed to know everything you are doing. Because and if you are maybe seated, and if you are his wife, he will know whatever you are doing. You are doing as a wife. That's all. You let him know it. And then and submit yourself for correction. If he say no, okay, that is not right. He may be wrong. But then leave it that way. God is have a way to correct that. That's all. Why? He's a man, he can be wrong. That's all. Because now we bring all these messages and it comes to home, and still after that, home is not exactly how the home is supposed to be. Then they have to home supposed to be there before we find somebody from home going up. Is that right? But then let us even the way people are all over the world are married wives. Their home is the way it's supposed to be. But a Christian home, a person in the inspiration, a home, his home or her home should be better than others all over the world. And it is not limited there. There is somebody going up from there. Supposed to. If there is anybody there, okay, then Christ is preferred to a husband. Christ is preferred to a wife. Christ is preferred to every child. That's all. These are the things. But then I'm now talking about a wife. Now, there is anything that touches, oh my, feeling it then. But then it's not that now a wife is also a helpmate. It's a helpmate. It's not to a house help. So how a wife is talked to means that's not a husband. How you talk to your wife. You can also talk to when you talk to him, it now shows what is inside you. Then that love will show. Is that right? Sometimes it can be hard, but then love must be there for your wife. And she feels it. That's all. It's there, but she doesn't feel it. Then what is it? Then if she does in her eyes, then you know that you really mean well. Is that right? Amen. You want to take something that is not of God from her, but still love her. Something can push her away. Then you let her know it. She will know it. When you are doing your best, providing, doing everything, talking to her in love and all that. Not every time rebuke or whatever. No, that is not it. Now if it's a rebuke, now it becomes something else. Now talk to her the way a wife, a helpmate. We are helpmate. You see your wife is part of you. Physically speaking now. And that's all now. That's all. Your body, your spirit is part of that. But then the soul belongs to God. Yes, sir, your heavenly home and everything about that. Then you put that one is always separated. It's one, it's like that. Then she feels about it. You correct her. I want her to really make it. If something wrong now, she can point it to you. This is wrong. Then can she be killed by that? If something like that, something being done, something wrong in the home, it's not up to the what? The headship of the home. It's not up to a man in the house. No, it's for everybody. If something goes wrong, then the house is one kind. The same thing with church. Is that right? It's then, but we go about it correctly, orderly. That's all. Now, if something goes wrong, then the wife there also look before it goes. Look, it's wrong. It shouldn't be like this. Now, it's not that I cannot talk. No, it's not like that. But the queen cannot now. But she goes by respect, and then manifests like a spiritual mind in that case, who love the husband, and then it may be cheated by unbelief at a particular time. Now I have to help her come out from what? That's the aim. Manifest, correct, constant, separate from the heart. Now, because you want to serve, then maybe go back to your seat. Let me tell you now. You want to serve, Now, you go there now. That's now. That used to tell us there that myself that you are first at a what? Breakfast is more important than what? Maybe I will not quote it now. Rather, that's the British people now. Hey, you are first. Maybe a woman coming out now want to bring food, and the first is a wine kind. We don't like to eat the food. Who eat anymore? Because they are first. Then, because in their place now, the weather is important. Very important every day. Is that right? Now, because every time is a meeting, the weather is one kind. It's not that's where they brought this kind of now, make it hair where while sun shines. Because to get the weather really bright, it is hard. Is that right? You have to make hair while sun shines because you can't get it that way. It's not possible. It's not possible. Now that place we have sun all the time like that. You can, but we don't do all those because it runs for animals. Is that right? But now every time snow, everything. Is that right, sir? Yes, sir. Everywhere. So, but now can you imagine now? Then they say if you are first at the breakfast, it's more important than the state of weather. That's it. Is that right? So, but in this case, we change it from your faith into your heart. How your heart is. The person that is going to serve. It's no longer this face now. It is a heart where God dwells. Whether God is welcomed or not. That's all. That's it now. So it's now for her to make sure that the heart is all right for service at home. And the husband, the same thing, not just provide. Now providing, that's not it. But if you provide and love is not showing, then what is it? Because we talk about this. Before we talk about something more than home, something more than natural aspect. When you come to that now, there is no even comparison. That's all. Because when you're now talking about the kingdom, now that is it now. No matter the home is not even, nobody is talking about that one anymore. Because of what that means. What he's talking about, that love he has for you, whether it's there in you for him. This is what it is. It is in him, yes sir. His love he put in your heart, whether it's for him. It's no longer for a wife, a husband, and all that. That love, it has to be agape love. It's not just natural. The natural is for your home, your husband and wife relationship, your children and all that. But you're talking about agape love, Jesus Christ. Yes, sir. As love, God as love for him and for his kingdom. These are the things. So they're not talking about that anymore. But then, this is what natural people will do. Then a person in the industry should do that better. That's what it is now. Yes, sir. If it's not like that, then there's something wrong. These are the things. It has to be better than people that are in the inspiration. Is that right? Yes, sir. That's it. People that are in the inspiration, so that people, your people will like to marry. That's all. So man, listen, it's great. The young man will like to marry because he's seeing it. But they go come out and they make it something else. It's a quarreling, is something else and all that. A lot of problem and disputing and all that all the time. Everything. In the morning, it's really hard. This argument, after that in the afternoon, the same thing. So many things. Okay, because that is what it is. Sometimes mood will change. Now, another time mood, it's understood. It's understandable. No, because generally, women, they have their mood because of the way God made them. That's human. Is that right? Because that changes. It's understood by any man that's supposed to understand that. Is that right? But the way it is every time, there's something wrong. Every time, mood change. For worse, for worse, for worse. Now there's something wrong. It's supposed to be better. There is something working in you that it now changes that. Amen. Yes, sir. Amen. God is what you do for generally all women, but then there is something you are getting they don't have. That now should conquer the bring a good mood. Is that right? To make it home, yes, sir. Or become enough because you are there as a homemaker. A wife is a homemaker. But then, yes, sir, to create atmosphere, correct atmosphere, by a right thought. Yes, sir, otherwise, if you come out now, the thinking is a hard man, okay, the whole thing will be a kind of thing. Home will be one kind. Because as a man thinketh his heart, so he is. So the way you are in your heart, you will create that kind of atmosphere. It affects different worlds in that. But if your heart is correctly now, it is your home. Oh my, everybody a homemaker. Now rejoicing and really appreciating God. I said, man, that's great. Is that right? Is that right? Now in that case, now the husband will be returning. Is that right? Not staying somewhere else. Because that's why you remember saying, oh, you go to a corner. That's how they do in the natural. Some of them now, they force them to go to a beer parlor. They go to a pool to do that because the home is not a place to stay. But when the home is on home, it's coming all the time and staying at home. You know that that's a sign. It's happy to be at home. The same thing now, a husband not to be a taskmaster. Oh my, it's something that is now converted into a slave or something else because you provide food. That's not it. Now you have to really know it's a help maker. It's a helpmate. That is your helpmate. You are a ruler, you are a leader, but then it's a wife. That's all. Because the now children will be learning by example of what is it. They will not tell you. They learn by example. They learn from what you are doing. Because many times we come back to the church fellowship and they maybe go back and sit and say different things. But what is manifested? A message that is maybe seated. A message is that is manifested. Every day, everybody hears it well. There's Brokele's mother. It is here now. Is that right? You may not get all English or whatever I'm speaking. But if we now watch out now and the message is coming out and they say reflecting in homes, she will understand something. Now this church is something, it's good. She will say it in her own language. Oh my, that's the way the church used to be. It's something good now. Every day I like to be in the fellowship. Amen. Is that right? Even a sister there, oh my, I don't have to mention names. Oh my, that's great. That's how it is. Should we get it 90%? Because what you acted out, what is lived out, now it's easy to get it immediately. But if it's not that way, it becomes leisure. You cannot get it. But now, if I come out now saying this thing and I'm manifesting him at home now, then that's what I'm supposed to do. Is that right? Immediately. Because let me tell you something, we should know this is what makes a difference. Now, when you go to your high institution or whatever, or you go to your seminar or whatever, you go, advanced courses, you normally go, the people that are working and all that. Okay. Now they come out and they call it a workshop and all whatever it is. All those things. Now you come out and they had knowledge, except where you are now working, maybe certain things that is really hard to handle in a place of work. And because of that, management are taught and they cannot really go, there's no way to handle it. They now send you for a course. Particularly, so you go there and people that are working the same work and all that, you meet together and solve certain problems. Then when you come back, you now apply it again. That's all. So this one is quite different. But in Christianity, in this way, it's not training on the job. What you are doing, so that you can now, it's not head knowledge. It is something you go home and practice. That's not head knowledge. It's applied immediately. Then you know where the devil have been cheating you. Then you are strengthened. Is that right? Where you are vulnerable, you cover it by the blood of the Lord Jesus. It can say that cannot knock you out there. Is that right? Is that right? The covering is of God. Is that right? You cover it. That's where you are really lacking. Now when you come to fellowship, that the place you are lacking, where you are lacking is where you pay attention. Very, very well. So that when you go back, you apply it. Is that right? Is that right? Amen. If the wife is applying and the husband is applying, oh my, it become a wonderful home. But if the husband is applying and the wife is not applying, oh my, something else. I apply this one is going here, the other one is going here. Now that's not how it's supposed to be. He's going the other way, he's going the other way. That's all. The moment you Emmaus, you go to Jerusalem. Both of you. Is that right? Both of you about to Jerusalem. That is the error is not corrected. That's how it's supposed to be. Is that right? Yes, sir. Oh man. Error is not corrected. You are now both moving back. They are okay. Call fool, but not manifesting foolishness anymore. That's a great. The error is corrected. That's it. That's all. Now let me tell you something. Maybe seated. Once a husband and a wife are properly in their places there, now a home becomes a home, not by children. That's what makes a home is husband and a wife really taking the word. If they're okay, that's okay. Amen. That's all. Not wife, any child could be there. It could be Esau and Jacob. But that's it in a home. But then, if the wife is husband is manifesting and the wife is following that way, that's all become a home. Is that right? Do you get that? That's how it is. Is that right? Maybe you don't know it, but that's the truth of it. That's all. Once a husband is in her place, taking the word, and the wife, that's all. It's become a home. Not by children, not by anybody else. That's what makes it a home. That's all. Now, children, if with a proper child, we follow example. What is manifested? Is that right? That's all. But then the way it comes there, the home is okay. It's typing, showing reflection of what's going to be. That's all. But then that's what it is. But when it comes to there, oh my, be heavily go to meet Christ. Okay, how genuine about how to go about it. But it's now privately. It's now individually. You are taught to be everything is individual. You want to go up, it's individual. Then you are now living everything and then moving. As a person, it's a narrow way. It's no longer husband and wife going there. It's now yourself alone. It's a youth going that way. It's a husband going that way as a man. It's a wife going there as a woman. That's all. Because it's now something pertaining to the kingdom. Home, wife or no wife, husband or no husband, in that case. It comes that way. That's where it comes. Now, husband or no husband, wife or no wife, or whatever, because it's now Christ. Yes, sir. Do you believe that? It's Christ. Yes, sir. The purpose of bringing you here is not to make a husband bad, but to really to show that you were with him before. That's all. So every other thing ends here, but there's something that won't end here. That is the most important. That's all. Yes, sir. Do you believe that? It won't end here. It has no beginning to begin with because you are part of him before you came here. Then there is no way it can end here because it's it's Christ. Yes, sir. It's God. Yes, sir. It's the eternal life. It has no beginning. It has no end. Yes, sir. Coming from God and going back to God. Yes, sir. Do you believe that? That's that we want to know where we come from, where we are before the meeting, and where we are going. That's the thing. So you do believe that? Where we are before the meeting, we come from somebody, you come from God, okay, but then on earth, journey, earthly journey, and I'll show you something. Okay, there's a place where, okay, it's really, or maybe all that negative and all that. Then the meeting atmosphere there is also wonderful. But you haven't reached a place you need to be, that after the meeting, you need to be going there. Yes, sir. And then seeing this now, we find out that's fine where you were. Okay, you are not where we are, was something else. Yes, sir. And then after this meeting, okay, we identify it. We are not, then we need to come to a place. Is that right? And we haven't come to a place now. I believe that these things come in the correct time. Now we need communion, and you can't be full around. You know what it means? Then that is the preparation now. You have to really come out and confess your unconfessed sin, because you go there and take it unworthily, that is between you and God. You can't say, you are not told. It's a serious thing. You have to really be okay. If you are baptized in the name of Jesus, you are candidate for it. But then you don't go there anyhow. You narrow need to confess if you have a confession. But if you say there's no confession and you go there, then you eat it unworthily. And then so many things follows according to the scripture. That's all. Then that's all. Because say that you know what it means is there. That's what it means when you take it unworthily. Then the consequence, you take it that way also. But then this is not a way. And baking it that way so that you eat it worthily. When you submit your name and then confess your sin and your heart is pure. You are happy with the ministry, and the ministry is happy with you. That's all. You need that. And whatever will hinder you from there, you confess it. That's what it is. When we come out and now read the time, that we now know the details, what we need to do. Then it is all preparation for you to be where you're supposed to be manifesting correctly. That's all. Amen. Do you say about that? I have about this. Yes, sir. So this is what it is now. We want to really make this journey. And everything being done for us to make it individually. It's not everything. Yes, sir. Like now, scripture says here now. Now, when we come to fellowship day or whatever, what it is important is what we are doing